Hi everybody. Sorry that these videos have been coming so infrequently, and I'm trying to upload a whole lot of them now so that you're not so delayed on what's happening. And I'm really sorry for those few little subscribers I have that watch my videos who are keen to hear my story. I didn't want to leave things so late and so far behind the mark, so I do apologize that I haven't posted any videos. But I'm trying to catch up now. I want to also just apologize for my state of being. As you will hear in the video, for why I have had an awful 2 weeks, might explain a little bit about my appearance and why I'm not wearing makeup and looking so crash hot and stuff. So this video will be a bit long, and I apologize for that because I've got quite a lot to catch up on in terms of what's happened in the last 2 weeks. So to start off with my egg collection, that went really well. I went in on the Monday morning last week, which was, I think it was the 31st. Sorry, I'm just checking on my computer to make sure what day it was. Yeah, 31st of March I went in for my egg collection, and it went really well. I will add a separate little video of what the egg collection was like for me. When I am on pre-med or medicines, I tend to talk a bit funny and get a bit crazy, and Myke filmed me, and so you don't actually see my face, you just see the ceiling, but you hear what I'm saying, and I'm talking about Tinkerbell and telling the nurse how lovely her hands feel and what nice people these are because they're trying to help us have a baby. And anyway, it's quite funny. I'll post that in a separate video. But the egg collection was really good. We got 26 eggs. It was insane. When I kind of came around and they told me how many we had, I was kind of just blown away, and I could see why they were so concerned about me getting OHSS with how many eggs they did actually collect from me. Straight after, they put me in recovery. So this is all done at Green Lane. They put me in the recovery room, and I got really sick immediately. It was insane. It wasn't even just like a couple of hours later. From the get-go, I was sick. I was vomiting and getting cold sweats from getting sick. I was not comfortable. I was in a lot of pain, just not a happy chappy. Anyway, they sent me home because the clinic closes at 4:30, and they said there's no point us sending you to the hospital when all you have is vomiting. So I went home, much to that was a hard drive home. Getting home feeling so sick and nauseated. So we got home and nothing improved. In fact, I got worse and worse. Myke had to take the week off study, which was really hard for us and for him, so that he could look after me. Tuesday it was the same. He rang the clinic and said, look, she's not getting any better, and you said she would be getting better by now. And so they prescribed me some anti-nausea pills and some pain relief. The problem was I could hardly keep anything down. I wasn't keeping food down, and I wasn't even keeping water down. So they said she should be fine by Wednesday. Wednesday rolled around, and I was still really sick. Now by this point I hadn't really eaten anything or had much to drink in the last 48 hours. So Myke made a call, and he took me to the A&E. When we got into the emergency department, they took me straight in and put an IV in, which took forever to do because I was now so dehydrated, and I already have difficult veins to find. It took them 3 goes to put the IV in. I already hate needles as it is, and so the fact that it took them so long, it was just really uncomfortable. Anyway, they put me straight on an IV, got some anti-nausea into me, and tried to make me comfortable. It was sort of working, except I really feel for the nurses at the hospital I was at. They're really overworked, and by the time I was feeling nauseous again and I would ring the buzzer for them to bring me more pain relief or anti-nausea meds, I was already in so much more pain and feeling so much more nauseous by the time they came around to actually give me the medicine. I'll I hopefully have inserted some photos along the way of the experience at the clinic and what I was looking like. I'll insert a photo of what I was looking like at the hospital. So I was in the hospital for 3 nights. I had moderate OHSS, such joy, which I was really worried about getting from the get-go. They did a scan of my ovaries on the second day that I was in hospital. Now, according to the radiologist, and this is, so I'm hoping I'm getting this information right. I was also, I apologize, really medicated at this point, but from what I understood, she told me a normal ovary is 10 mils in volume. My left ovary at this point was 79 mils, and my right ovary, which is the one that had the most eggs collected out of it, was 238 mils, so they were clearly really big. They kept me in an extra few nights because they wanted to make sure that, because what can happen when the ovary is that huge is it can actually wrap around itself and twist itself, and that is really painful and would require surgery. So they moved me, while I was in hospital for the 3 nights, they moved me to 4 different wards. Twice in the middle of the last night that I was there, they moved me at 12:30 at night and realized they put me in the wrong ward and moved me again at 3:30 in the morning. So I didn't really sleep much while I was in hospital. They eventually, sorry, and this might be TMI and I apologize, I hadn't had a bowel movement at this point because I still hadn't really eaten anything since Monday, and it is now Friday. It's now Saturday. I got out of hospital on the Saturday, so I had egg collection on Monday. I got out of hospital on the Saturday. I hadn't had a bowel movement because I hadn't eaten anything. They gave me laxative. I finally had a bowel movement and felt so much better from that. I eventually said to them, look, I need to go home. I'm not recovering well here. By the time they bring me around the medicine, I'm already feeling so much worse. At one point, I buzzed a nurse to bring me some anti-nausea. It took them half an hour to come around to see me. And then it took them another half an hour to actually bring me the medicine. Now, this is not, I don't blame the nurses at all because I could see how overworked they are. I just think they're just really understaffed at the hospital, and I feel for those nurses who work so hard there. And so by the time they actually brought me the medicine, I was already dry heaving, and because I had nothing left within me, I had this bowel movement. I'd thrown up everything I could possibly keep down. But they had put 6 bags of that IV fluid into me, so I was now not dehydrated anymore, and they sent me home. And that was an awful car ride home on Saturday. I came to my parents' house. Myke drove me here to my parents' house. It was my mum and dad's 50th birthday party on the Saturday. Come on. And I had to miss it because I was still so sick. I couldn't go, which I was really disappointed about, but that's just how things go. Then on the following, so Sunday, I was still really in a bad way, not really moving much. People were having to bring me everything, and I wasn't eating at that point. Monday was my first time I had food, and that was incredible. I have to say, like, after a week of not really eating and only keeping down a little bit of fluid, to eat something was incredible. And all it was just a mashed potato, some mashed potato, and yeah, this is the worst I've ever felt in my whole life, by far. I have never felt so awful in my whole life. At one point, I was just thinking, I don't know if I'm going to get better from this. when you're so dehydrated, and I apologize if I'm saying a lot, but I was so dehydrated and so empty inside, I just didn't know how I could ever feel better again. It is now Wednesday. Sorry, that is Penny, that's not me. It's now Wednesday the 9th of April, and I am now feeling much more myself. I'm still feeling pretty weak because I'm still not eating a lot of food. I'm trying to do my best, and I've still been at my mum's house. I'm on bed rest till Friday, but I'm feeling much more myself, which is great. And to sum up about our eggs, so let me tell you about our embryos, which I'm also so excited. I don't know why I'm so emotional, oh my word. So of the 26 eggs that we had, 21 of them were good enough to use to be fertilized. The next day, 18 of them had fertilized, which was awesome. By day 2, only a small handful of them were not developing as much as the rest of them. So in total, we have 11 embryos. 11. They froze 5 at day 3 and 6 at day 5. So we've got some really good ones at day 3 as well. The fact that we've got 5 at day 3, that was like amazing in itself. And so even though it's been the 2 weeks from hell, that's been really worth it to know that we have got 11 tries at this to get a family. That within itself is just makes me feel like it's all worth it. But we didn't get our embryo transfer this month because of the OHSS, because of how high my estrogen level is. They want me to have a couple of periods before they insert the embryo, because if you put the embryo in when you have OHSS or have symptoms of OHSS, it actually makes you that much sicker. And it makes sense. I mean, you're growing a person. That I understand that. When they told me on the Monday that they weren't going to do the embryo transfer, I was so gutted. I was bawling my eyes out and just couldn't get over it. But now I understand, and I'm kind of grateful that I have a couple of months to get back to my normal self, kind of recover and be ready and feel like I can actually be excited about the fact that we are going to have an embryo transfer. So I might be a bit quiet for the next few months. I don't know. I might post videos. We see how we go. And just keep you updated on our progress in a little bit. I don't know if you actually care about the rest of my life, or if you just want to see videos of the IVF stuff. Let me know, because I'm happy to do more videos. And yeah, again, just sorry it's taken so long, but I hope you can understand why. And I am doing better. I'm more myself today than I have been in the last 2 weeks, and I am so excited about the future. Thank you for the 2 ladies who've been following me, and it really means the world to me that you're praying for me, and I'm praying for you guys too. And I hope that this year is our year, and that we have good results together. Till next time, see ya.